Hey folks, welcome back to Big Board. I thought it'd be worthwhile for those who are on the fence looking at OCS and want to work out where to dive into it. There's always been a lot of commentary on what the best module is. Now I think MMP have come up with, maybe the ultimate little option for you. Somewhat expensive, clocking in somewhere at $35, $40, something like that. I have the receipt floating around here somewhere for the pre-order price. But so OCS game set the conquest of Luzon in the Philippines with the Japanese. This whole magazine is dedicated to this game with a very extensive example of play that clocks in at 16 pages long in a nice conversational manner with lots of diagrams, really well done. Some extensive tips and tricks on OCS strategy, which 9 times out of 10 I follow most of this and then forget and get excited and start attacking everywhere. And top 10, that strategy, and then top 12 for tactics as well, which is nice. And then you've got very simple additional rules, module specific rules. There are literally 3 pages of that. And then a setup chart and some extensive historical commentary. Now the thing that is, and I think there's another article back here somewhere. I don't know why this really goes on quite a ways. It's a long article, but that's good. Best OCS scenarios for beginners. So I guess you bought this magazine and you played this and you're like, okay, well, what do I do next? I've been saying for a long time that Sicily 2 is one of the best modules to pick up as a scenario, as a module for beginners. Still believe that. You can play as this guy, as Matsura has said here, that you can play one of the smaller scenarios. It's one map. Korea is also a good one if you can get hold of it. Hungarian Rhapsody, I'm just not super interested in the topic, so yeah, it's very viable as well. Alternatively, you can pick up Reluctant Enemies, which is a great learning module as well. So some other articles in here about common mistakes and bits and pieces here. I have not read this particular article yet. I probably should. And then combat results and retreats, which is always a little bit of a bugbear for beginners as well. So that's probably an article that I should read as well, just to make sure that I have been doing it right all these years. That would suck if I was wrong. And then some other articles in the back here that the most overlooked OCS rules. Oh, well, that's cool. So I had not seen, hadn't got that far. The phone must have rang before I got there, so there you have it. So that's that. But even better than that, we'll have a look at the game in a sec. Some nice reference cards, which, it's starting to feel a little bit like Lock and Load Publishing. It's kind of interesting with all the extra cards, right? But here we go. OCS Air Mission reference cards, how to do fighter sweeps and train busting, or interdiction, as some folks call it. Reference card for modes. What was on the other side of this one? I didn't look. Oh yeah, air missions. Okay, so terminology and concepts. Yeah, definitions, supply concepts, trace. How to do trace supply. How to use fuel supply. How to do combat supply. What a supply network might look like. Supply miscellany. Transportation reference card, just in case you can't work that bad boy out. And here's the cool thing about the reference for this. Air transport can be tricky for you to get your head around if you're a new player. So certainly encourage you to check that little summary out right there. Just in terms of moving rees around with regimental equivalents. All right, OCS transport reference card again. Here's the counters. It's one half of a sheet. Of which more than half information counters. So pretty straightforward. You can see the disparity in the efficiency ratings, the action ratings of the units, 4s versus 0s and 2s. So that's going to present the Japanese with some significant opportunities if they have the supply and can get the right forces in play. It's a one mapper, but really, when we look at it, you'll see. Let's lay this bad boy out. Here we go. I'm going to hold this up so you can see it out of the glare. So there we have the map with, and I have not looked at the scenario setup, but just based on a quick look at the map, we can see that forces land here, and then all the way down here near Lamon Bay. And there's Manila with some pretty rough terrain and mountains by the looks of it. And guessing the green going to be jungle. The terrain effects chart is right here. Hills. There we go. Any green is hills. And then mountain, any brown. And then minor rivers and swamps and good old stuff like that. All right, so there you have it. Certainly would encourage you to take a look at it. I haven't played it yet. It'll be next up once I finish Battle in the East scenario, which we've got going just to the table to the right. We'll get this set up, get a piece of Plex down, and get stuck into it. And I haven't touched OCS in a while, so it'll be a good little refresher. And hopefully we won't make too many mistakes. Only 5 turns. So if you're a new player, you'll be able to play to completion a handful of times and explore the different techniques and tactics and follow along in here. You can set the game up and follow along. And go for it. You'll have a lot of fun. Well, let's define fun. You'll learn a lot, and hopefully you'll have a lot of fun. All right, all the best. We'll talk to you soon. Ciao.